Hello, I'm Adam from Phenomenerd, and welcome to Board Game Club, where the first rule of Board Game Club is please do talk about Board Game Club. We'd love the series to hit the ground running. Where the first rule of Board Game Club is BYOBB, no shoving. It's very similar to Batman's first rule. The challenge demands satisfaction. If they apologise, no need for further action. No homers, we're allowed to have one. The first rule of Board Game Club is needlessly complicated. Treat every day like it's Christmas. Don't get served the ball if any part of your head, body or feet is in the opponent's half, excluding the halfway line, and any part of that head, body or feet is nearer to the opponent's goal line than both the ball and the second last opponent. Fear is the mind killer. The first rule of Board Game Club is something you can absolutely 100% know to be true unless you're drunk or poisoned. If this is your first Board Game Club, you have to fight. But the first rule of Board Game Club is subject to Rule F26. A jockey must be seen to ask their horse for timely, real and substantial efforts to achieve the best possible position and take all other reasonable and permissible measures throughout the race to ensure the horse is given a full opportunity to achieve the best possible position. You can get money for old rope. No throwing plates. You can't be tried for the same crime twice. You get a strict 2-term limit. Laugh hard, run fast, be kind. The first rule of Board Game Club is protected by the First Amendment. You stay until the job's done. The first rule of Board Game Club is legally distinct from any intellectual property owned by the Disney Corporation. Hi-ho. No refunds. Heroes never die. Der Campus noch nicht vorbei. Snake me once, shame on you. Snake me twice, shame on Snake. Dash dot 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 dash dot 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 dash dot 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 dash dot. That you get. Grab a friend, that's your second, your lieutenant, when there's reckoning to be reckoned. The first rule of Board Game Club is a bollocks lie told by a bollocks liar. The first rule of Board Game Club is balderdash. Yes, please. 3 parts rooting to 1 part tooting. Follow the guidance, unless the guidance doesn't make any goddamn sense, in which case just don't be a dick. Adam's always evil, except actually, statistically, most of the time he isn't. So apologise. Where the first rules of Board Game Club are as numerous as the hit singles from popular Australian band Crowded House. It's always better in person. Where the first rule of Board Game Club is coming soon. BX 444 Life. Be careful what you wish for. This is the end. The first rule of Board Game Club is a new hope. Although that will later be rebranded as the 4th rule of Board Game Club. The first rules of Board Game Club are gang agley. Always re-rack your dumbbells when you're making those sweet gains. Trust in me. The ground is that way. On Tuesdays, we wear board games. The first rule of Board Game Club is actually a toad. Don't be afraid of the dark. Be afraid of what's in the dark. First rule of Board Game Club is just 1 day away from retirement. Oh no! Animals are friends, not food. Forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for late pizza. Do not call up that which you cannot put down. Screw it, I'm doing the whole thing. I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration. I will face my fear. I will permit it to pass over me and through me. And when it is gone past, I will turn the inner eye to see its path. Where the fear is gone, there will be nothing. Only I will remain. That rules. The first rule of Board Game Club is... I forgot it, Jake. You will soon hear of me and my funny little games.
Bustin' makes us feel good. There's no more room in hell. The dead shall walk the earth. He's a monster from the 90s. He's been working out. Punchline does not mean hit the child.
If you shoot someone in a dream, you do have to wake up and apologize.
Anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
Always be closing.
Before you criticize someone, walk a mile in their shoes. That way you'll be a mile away from them and you'll have their shoes.
The first rule of Board Game Club is a load of old bull.
The first rule of Board Game Club is, well, it's don't mess with Cthulhu.
The first rule of Board Game Club is that every town has its ups and downs. Sometimes ups outnumber the downs, but not in Nottingham.
The game is never over, man. they do move in herds. The first rule of Board Game Club is just one day away from retirement. We're the only winners. The players don't stand a chance.
I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse, and I can't do a Brando, so there you go.
You open your mind too much, your brain will fall out.
Camel sense is what camels have to keep them from betting on people.
Scegliere le tue battaglie. It's how you look at buccaneers that make them bad or good.
We have to go back to the old house. The first rule of Board Game Club is please stop doing crime on the day of my daughter's wedding.
Don't be a
Cheating bitch. There's no such thing as diminishing returns.
This town is absolutely big enough for the two of us. This town has 2 houses.
Once you've passed the point of no return, there'll be no way to slow the train down before it reaches Eastwood Ravine.
If the train doesn't stop at your station, then it's not your train. But you can still try and get on it, but it might kill you.
Meeple and children first.
But the road to success is always under construction. SOS, I hear them shouting. SOS, I hear them calling.
The first rule of Board Game Club is incredibly revealing about your personal ethics.
It's not easy being green.
Thou shalt have a fishy on a little dishy, thou shalt have a fishy when the board comes in.
Because one can't argue with a point of view.
2 medium eggs, 250 millilitres of milk, 250 grams of sugar, and 400 grams of self-raising flour. Stick that in your microwave.
The first rule of Board Game Club is like, eh?
If you ain't first, you're last. And don't I bloody know it?
Yeah, but no, but yeah, but no, but yeah, but no, but yeah, but no, but yeah.
The best way to explain it is to do it.
The house always wins unless the house is Adam.
There's always something to envy. A smile, a friendship, something you don't have and want to appropriate. Sullivan. The first rule of Board Game Club is really hard to come up with without referencing, you know, the thing.
It's only a model. That's my line.
The first rule of Board Game Club is Clark Kent. Women and children first, Adam last. Art is anything you can get away with. Take my unfinished life and make it complete. In space, no one can hear you lose a game